Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. Today we are discussing the Omega Seamaster Aqua Terra 2012 London Olympic Special Edition chronograph. You can see and you can purchase this London 2012 commemorative chronograph on our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos, and please click on the card in the upper right hand corner of the screen at any time during the video to see our full sales listing for this watch with the accessories included in the sale, high resolution images for your desktop, and naturally complete price listings for this Omega. Now, the watch on my wrist is big, 44 millimeters. This is a special edition rather than a limited edition, not individually numbered or limited. However, it was produced for a finite period of time. If you're a fan of cycling, especially British cycling, London 2012 was a great Olympics for you. However, this watch works even if you're not emotionally attached to the special edition basis. 44 millimeters across the round of the case, not inclusive of the crown or the chronograph pushers. The watch has an impressive presence, but it's not excessively thick. Unlike the Planet Oceans, which are broad across the wrist, but also incredibly chunky from a side profile, this one is very compact. The Aqua Terra has always been the surf and turf, land and sea, yacht club deck or yacht club ballroom watch of the Omega Seamaster collection. In a lot of ways, it reaches back to the very origins of the Seamaster collection in the late 1940s, a highly water-resistant formal or all occasions watch. And this one in profile, you'll note, is nice, manageable 14 millimeters thick with a generously sloped bezel. From lug to lug, two ways to measure it. You could wear it Olympic style on a strap, and that would be 51 millimeters between the ends of the actual lugs. But with the solid end links of the bracelet, the watch does expand out to 53 millimeters across the wrist. Now it's very hefty. The modern era of Omega cases, bracelets, and clasps favors substance and style at the same time. Why choose between the two when you can have them both? It's a three-link design that's nicely tapered, satin finished. It also features highlights on the absolute flanks, so there is some differential finish. It's handsome, it's just not flamboyant. You'll also note on the underside broad channels between the links to avoid pinching skin or pulling hair, and the days of pins and sleeves on Omega bracelets are long gone, sized entirely with screws. It's a nice low-profile double deployant trigger actuated clasp, so this not being one of the Seamaster divers, you get a much more elegant low profile clasp body, still opened by triggers. It's not friction fit, it can't actually pop open, but the nice thing about the low profile, of course, is that not only is it elegant, but it's less likely to incur scratches and scuffs by means of unintentional desk diving. Now, the dial of the watch is spectacular. You see Omega's late 2000s Aqua Terra teak deck concept, vertical striations designed to resemble the deck of a traditional yacht, but beautifully represented beneath a metallic blue that's simply explosive. You'll note the different appearances of the watch even as I move it in the soft light of this light box. It has an incredible dynamism to it in that it's never the same dial from any two angles, and the detailing is superb. There's a beautiful metallic brushed outboard scale for seconds as well as for minutes, and then inboard fully luminescent applied and polished hour indices. This is an easy watch to read day or night. Of course, applied Omega corporate name and marquee with a small shock of red. This is a beautifully balanced dial. Now, the watch features Omega's caliber 3313 chronograph, automatic 52-hour power reserve, a COSC Swiss chronometer. It is a vertical clutch chronograph, so you'll note when I engage it, there's absolutely no jump to the seconds hand. It stops without stagger, it resets invariably to the index at 60 or 0, and of course it starts without jump. Those are the advantages over a lateral clutch, but there's one more. You can simply leave the chronograph running with a vertical clutch with no additional wear, tear, or hazard to your movement. For those of you who prefer to read seconds on the outermost scale alongside hours and minutes, that's the advantage of a vertical clutch. Now, there's also a quick set for the date, so you can rapidly cycle it to correct should you encounter an irregular length month 5 times a year, or should the watch simply run down. Now, when you pull the crown to extremity, you do hack the balance, stopping the second. This chronometer can be synchronized precisely to a known accurate reference time. And of course, not only is it a vertical clutch chronograph, but underneath the London 2012 commemorative caseback, it is a column wheel chronograph, meaning you have that crisp feel of actuating a column wheel function selector. The traditional, more difficult to assemble, more difficult to tune way of building and actuating a chronograph. The column wheel requires a little bit more effort, but it's worthwhile for the connoisseurs of true high horology to go out of their way to find this superb feature. And you get it on this watch with the protection of 150 meters of water resistance. Again, per the original legacy of the Seamaster family, a highly water-resistant, versatile men's watch. Not a diver, because it doesn't have the bezel. This is one for all occasions. And again, 44 millimeters. It's broad, but it's not thick the way a Planet Ocean is. So this watch has manifold virtues, and that's before we even discuss the fascinating George Daniels designed coaxial escapement, essentially an element of high horology that's come down to the realm of the masses through Omega's exclusive technology. It's a tangential friction alternative escapement that in some ways is a lot like the old chronometer type escapements of deck clocks during the 19th century. This is a watch with layers of aesthetic, historical, and technological fascination, and you can explore all of them on our website.